Manya University School of Education in association with EdChat India and Teacher Redefining Education. So today is also a certification program, which is a 2-day program, and the title is Digital Tools for Collaborative Learning. So we have kept two logos, and during this session, you will be apprised by a I would request the participant, please mute your mic. So as we move ahead, today we'll be talking about some digital tools which will help you in your collaborative learning in your classrooms. And as we all know that the schools are opening, so these tools will help you in your collaborative learning. Before we move ahead, we have a quick set of ground rules that we take up, and we request everybody to follow these rules. The first and foremost important rule is keep your mic on mute and video off. This will help you have a better experience throughout the session, and the video off will help you have a better bandwidth to, throughout the session. Participants will be muted during the session, and we request everyone to please be on mute. We request you to type in your queries, questions in the chat box, and we'll be happy to answer all the queries. But at the end of the session, we request you all to please type in your queries and questions in the chat box. If you are not able to do so, there is a hand raise option on Microsoft Teams. You can use that option, and we will definitely reach out to you for any assistance. As you all know that we are under lockdown and we can have technical glitches anytime. So we request you, if you face any technical glitch, please stay calm. Do not unmute. It will hamper the momentum of the session. Rather, we request you to stay calm. Things will come at normal pace. And after the session, you will get the recording to have a clear view and the clear hearing of the session. And at the end of the session, we request you to fill in the feedback form, which will help us to reach out to you and to bring more sessions like this. Moving ahead, the webinar is brought to you by Teacher Redefining Education. And as you see, that the spelling of teacher has an extra R, and I call this extra R as a repository. Repository to connect with fellow educators. Throughout our previous webinars and certification programs, we have got an opportunity to connect with wonderful educators. Then the platform is a great place to have various ideas and resources. Throughout our previous sessions, we gave assignments to our participants, and these assignments are there on the portal. You can have a glimpse of them and can get inspiration from them. After this, you can attend a lot of professional development event and activities like this we are having though. And most importantly, you can have a glimpse of various job and other opportunities. On a daily basis, they are updating the job opportunities, and you can visit the website to have a glimpse of those opportunities. And as I see the time, the clock is ticking 4 o'clock, and now it is time to introduce today's presenter to you all. Today we have Kusum Turan with us. Kusum Turan is currently working as I'm so sorry, my mic got muted by someone. So we have today Kusum Turan with us. Kusum Turan is currently working as PGT Computer Science at DPS Gurugram Sector 84. She has been nominated as Microsoft Innovative Educator 2016-17 and 2017-18. She is a MIE Fellow and Skype Master Trainer teacher. As a part of the profile, she has organized trainings and supported schools in the implementation of ICT tools. She is also part of Adobe Creative Community and Bakelit community and have successfully applied these tools in her teaching and learning process. She has received awards from Microsoft for best presentations on learning is fun and collaborative learning techniques using Sway, and also for collaborative projects on plagiarism using gamified techniques and project Rethink, Redesign, Reuse, linear versus circular economy. She attended the Education Exchange Program Singapore in the year 2018, organized by Microsoft annually each year. Apart from this, she also worked for promotion of UN Sustainable Development Goals and has integrated them in her teaching in the form of real-time projects. We are honored to have Kusum Turan ma'am with us. I invite Turan ma'am to take over and take the presentations further. We welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
A very good evening to one and all present here. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening once again to all. Thank you for the introduction, Kaushal.
Ma'am,
I
one
too would
second.
like to
Somebody's
extend my
mic is on.
gratitude to
1 second,
Varun
ma'am.
team.
Somebody's mic is on. There's a resound. There's a air coming in from server, even when Kunal sir was speaking. So somebody's speakers on. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Let me mute everyone, and then you can unmute yourself and continue. Yes, Kusum, ma'am. Please unmute yourself and go ahead.
All right. Good evening once again. Thank you for my introduction, Varun. I too would like to extend gratitude to your team for inviting me here and sharing some of my teaching practices on this platform. You're doing a great job. So without much ado, let's begin this session on collaborative learning. Before I take you through the tools of collaborative learning, let us understand what is collaborative learning. Now, in any collaborative learning, we allow students to work in a group where each one is allowed to share an idea. Okay? A problem statement is given to them, and each one of them should work together to reach to a solution. In collaborative learning, each one is responsible to play their role in terms of completing a task allotted to them. They are supposed to resolve their differences and reach to common goal at the end. So what I'm trying to say is, if I'm looking for such a learning environment, I certainly need certain tools which will help them in efficient execution of the learning activity. So in that case, the two tools that I'll be taking you through are very helpful. So first of them is Sway. Sway is a digital storytelling app with very effective designs. The designs are inbuilt, and Sway allows us to organize contents in various forms. It could be pictures, it could be any embedded file, it could be video, it could be audio, and even other PowerPoint presentations. Even we can insert another Sway into this Sway. Another important thing about Sway is that it can be run on any platform, and it is extensively used for collaborative learning projects where you want more than two people to work together on a common topic. So these are some of the very effective tools. So let me take you through Sway now. All right. So to begin working on Sway, first of all, I must tell you that you should have an Outlook account. So if you do not already have an Outlook account, you create one using one of these links. So create your account with Microsoft, and then to begin working on Sway, are you able to see my screen, Varun?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Sway is visible? Sway screen?
No, right now the presentation is visible.
Okay, all right.
Yes, we can see.
Sway
Ma'am,
screen
screen
is
is
seen?
not visible.
Sway screen is seen, ma'am?
No, no, ma'am. Space. It's not
Okay, all
visible.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So just a second. Now it's visible? Is it visible now?
Visible.
All right.
Yeah.
So I started with, like, we have to create an Outlook account. So typing in Google, you can use any one of these links to create your account. And then come to sway.office.com and get started. So as I get started, I have to sign in with my Outlook account. This is my actually Microsoft account, Gmail account converted into Microsoft account. So that can also be used. So I have signed in with my Outlook account or my Microsoft account. And the first welcome screen that we get is this. Now we get three options here: create new, start from a topic, and start from a document. Create new means you're starting from scratch. Start from a topic means you have a topic in your mind and Sway will help you in outlining your Sway presentation. Start from a document means you can use any of the existing PowerPoint to convert it into Sway. So let's begin with Sway from scratch. Create new. Now, as I told you, Sway is an online digital storytelling app. So to create the content or organize in our content on Sway, we need to work with pictures, audio, video, text, all these objects. All right. And we have to organize them with some effects and some animation, some layouts. All right. So let's begin. Let's title our Sway as, let's say, and now my topic is United Nations Global Goals. In the process, if you're not aware, we'll become aware of these. So now I want a background. This is my title, but I want some effective background at the back of UN Global Goals. So just click on this. So very useful here is if you have your internet on, so the Bing search engine will open the options for you.
Hello?
For the related image. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but slides are not getting changed and we are not able to see.
Is my Sway screen is not visible to you, ma'am?
It's visible, ma'am.
No, ma'am. This is the
Problem
first
is in
slide.
our
It's visible, ma'am.
It's
Everything is
visible,
clear.
ma'am. Very
It's
much
visible.
visible.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's some
everything is
issue
very
on
You
the
clear.
take
on
your
your
network
internet
problem
part,
in
ma'am.
your hand.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Kusum ma'am, you please go ahead. Thank you so much,
All right.
teachers. And
Okay.
dear teachers,
So-
please don't worry. We'll be sharing the recording, and the screen from Kusum ma'am's side is clearly visible. Please have patience and stay calm. Thank you so much. Kusum ma'am, you continue.
All right. So what is the important thing I was telling is you don't have to go anywhere for locating a picture. Bing search engine opens automatically here for set of related pictures. So suppose I type here global goals I search, the pictures come here and I have to simply, let's say I have to simply drag and drop. So this appears at the background of this title. We'll see how it looks. Now further, I need to add more cards to it. So this like slides in a presentation, here we call them cards. So click on the plus sign. We have different types of cards here. We can have heading, text, image, stack, and upload various content here. So let's begin with one more heading I want, and let's say I support global goal 4. And now I want related picture. So I type here global goals 4 and I search. So I need not to go to any other search engine or browse. It is coming simultaneously here. So I am looking for global goal 4 picture. All right, this one. So I drag and drop here. All right. So I have told you heading now. I have told you how to insert a picture with the heading. This I'm telling you, inserting a picture with the heading. Now next thing is now I want an image tag. So somebody who's promoting is Malala is promoting this goal very because she had a story related to it. So let me put Malala here. So she is supporting this goal. Now I know how to insert heading and picture. I know how to insert a picture. Now let me have some text. So let me type some text here. Global goal 4. 4 is about promoting equity in education for all in the society. So some text, any related, just ignore my spelling mistakes if they are there. Society. So I have inserted text also. Now I want some video. So video, for inserting a video in this presentation, go to media and video. Now look for global goal video. I have one video of mine itself. I support global goal 4, I write. So can you see it's very helpful to locate the content here itself. I support global goal. So let me take this and drag it here. All right. So can you see how simple it is to insert the content by just drag and drop method? So we have learned headings, we have learned picture, we have learned text, we've learned video also. Now, next thing that I want to tell you is, this is one card, first one. Now all these are 3 different cards, but I want them to appear on a single screen. So what I'm supposed to do is, now I'm supposed to use group card. And let's say I want to group it in the form of grid. So what I'll do is, all these cards, I will place them here under grid. So now all of them are getting stacked in a grid. Otherwise, they were separated and would have shown in separate slides. The one is left. All right. Now I remove this. I copy this. And I remove this one. So I have now the title and 4 different cards. Now let's see how it is appearing. Play.
Ma'am, 1 second. You already had a group stack option. Why didn't you use that earlier, please?
Stack is a different style. I use grid because I find it more, organized thing. Stack is one. I'll tell you what's the difference. I'll just come back to you. Can you see now? Now there are, right now it's a vertical scroll, but I want to change it. So come back to the edit mode. Can you see here edit option? Come back to the edit mode and come to design. So right now we're working on the storyline of this way, and now come to design, come to styles here and change the layout to horizontal because I like this one, or maybe slides. Okay, so now I can play and see how it is coming out to be. All right. So it is right now coming individually. Let's see whether it's been grouped or not. Now, what's the difference between group is, ma'am asked one question. I want to answer that first. All right. She said that we have, see, these were lying separately actually, so they were not shown in the grid. So let's push them in the grid first. I'll come back to your query, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. So all of them are in grid. So ma'am, what's the difference is stack is one of the options under group. Now here means I have placed there 4 things. So if 4 things like one video, one picture, one text. So stack means everything will come one above the other. Stack means first, let's say text will come, then below that picture will come, below that video will come, below that. So that is also a way of grouping. But I have taken the grid format. I have taken the grid format where everything will come in a tabular way on single slide. This will come one above the other on a single slide. So that's the difference between grid and stack here. But all of them are grouping options and grouping the content on one slide. So let's play it now and quickly see. Yeah, this is my first. Text. So whichever order you're going to put, it is going to come in that order. 2 things are put on one, still 2 things are lying on separately. Yeah, group grid, and this one is lying separately. It should come here in the grid. I hope it is clear now. And now I'll show you the stack option as well, just to be more clearer. Stack. Let me put a few pictures here rather than videos because it does it faster. I put for some pictures here, add, and some more pictures. And now I go for stack option and I put all of them here in the stack group. Right, now let's play it. All right. Yeah, can you see now the stack option? Actually, there is a tabular format formed and we have to place all the contents one up. So this is one above the other. This is a stack feature. I hope it is clear now. Yeah. So come back to the edit mode again. So this is the way, whichever way you want, you can organize your content. So we know all the, most of the things now here. Now I want you to see how to use media here. Media video we have done. Now, how do I insert any other file, let's say a form or another sway. Let's use this. So embed card is used here. For using an embed card, I have to place the iframe link here for anything. So let me insert another sway into it. So I come back to my sway and I use one of my sways here, see more. All right, I take this sway. And I come to share option and I get embed code. So I am embedding this particular sway, mission, credit or create in my that sway. So get embed code and come back to sway. This was my sway. Let me tell you one more thing. We need not to save anything in this way that you're working on. It is automatically saved on the cloud. So I come back here and I paste my iframe code here. Sorry, to copy again. Let us take any other way. We have to get embed code. Yeah, this one you have to copy. Copy to clipboard. It's an iframe code. I come back to my sway. And I come on. See, you have to copy in the embed card only. Copy in the embed card. Otherwise it will not work. So please work on media, embed card, and come here and paste. It's already indicated. It's very simple. All right. So now I play this in. So one sway is been inserted into another. That's called embedding. So this is my another sway opening. So this is the way we embed one sway. I'll also tell you how to insert any form in a sway. So let's get back. Yeah. Now let's insert one more embed card. Let's go to forms. I hope my screen is visible. So this is I'm signing in for forms, and it's a Microsoft Forms option only. So even for forms, you can get an embed code. Because I'm using two different windows, so it's asking me to. So let's take this global goal survey. And when you say send, I have opened one of the forms. So I just have to look for the embed, this one, this code, embed code, copy from here, and then I sign out now from here and come back to my sway and paste here. So I have embedded two contents which are other than this sway, another sway and another form. Similarly, I can embed any Excel file, Word file or a PowerPoint file, but you have to look for the iframe code for it or embed code for it. So if I now play this, because it's an online thing, so and everything goes on cloud, so you have to be very careful with the email IDs that you are using. And so this is the sway. This is stack option. This is another sway that I had embedded into this. Okay, the form thing did not come, so let's do it again. How do I control V? So this is the survey which has been embedded into my sway. It's not a separate form. It is embedded inside my sway. So the point is that we can embed any other file also into the sway, and it is very, very helpful in packaging the things. So if I have 32 students in the class and everybody has made a sway, I can package them into one sway and present it to anyone. So let's get back to the edit mode. Now, last of the sway is how do you collaborate? So why am I using this as a collaboration tool? Because I can use, and I'll share the edit link with all of you. You can insert the image that I'll ask you to. Just click on share. There are two ways, view and edit. So if you want two people to work on the same sway, generate edit link. And if you want them to just view your sway, generate view link. So right now I'm generating edit link here and copy. So I come to you on my chat window. If you want to try it out, if you have an Outlook account, but it will ask you to sign in with your Outlook account or Hotmail account as well. So I have shared the edit link with you. Any one of you who have the Outlook account can work on this way right now. So this is how it is one of the effective collaborative tools. All right. So any doubts about sharing? So I already see a few people joining in and doing it. It's an edit mode. So yes. So that's how we collaborate using this tool. One more important thing I would like to tell you about is the design here. Now I come to design, styles and remix. Remix option will have a lot of designs, inbuilt designs into it. All right. One of my favorites that I go for always is this one. All right. And I play it. Somebody has already embedded it. Very nice. So this is how we are collaborating. So this is my one sway into another. This is my form into. So if you see.
So ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah,
One question.
Yeah. This one is inserted by somebody else. Yeah,
As
please.
people are, so when does this does it have an end time? In the sense, if 10 of us are collaborating, when do we see the final product and who decides that, please? Thank you.
Final product is everybody can insert as per their, if you're sharing an edit mode, everybody can insert whatever content they want. It's up to them. The final product can be seen when everybody stops working on it. Okay, so it is
But
no
doesn't
limit.
it need a team leader, for example, like a team leader who's,
yeah, we need to. We need to see when I mentioned about collaborative learning, I said that we have to work and everybody's ideas is welcome here. So probably when you're working in a group, you would have had a kind of decision on what task will be done by whom. So obviously you will be allotting a specific task to a particular child or a particular member of the group, and that member will work on that task for, let's say for this way, you would have asked him to insert or embed survey forms, or other teacher would have asked to embed a video. work for a video. Another student would have asked for designing the form. So each one of them are working, so collaborating and deciding. And probably when I worked on my project, we decided on a particular time. Okay, but all of them can work together. It's no stoppage that if I am working, the other person cannot work. It keeps on adding. It keeps on adding to this way at the position they are working on.
I guess my question more is, when does a project finish? Example, for you have to say we have to turn in the project by Monday. Somebody has to know that, right?
So you have to decide that as a collaborator. You have to decide what content has to be done by a particular person. If that person has edited that content, and one person, the team leader, has to check if that task that was allotted was done by everyone or not. So team leader can decide who the final product has been done, and team leader can decide also to make changes further. So it's up to the team leader, or within a team you have to work on such a way that you think that it is finished, or we have more changes to be done, then you can keep on editing it. Got my point?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Ma'am, do we have some settings so that at least we can stop it for the, or maybe the time limit can be set for this?
Time limit cannot be set for this, but everybody can work on it and add it. You can mutually decide on the content what everybody has to work on. There is no time limit here. There is no limit to the content here. Yeah.
No, so everybody, can't we change the setting? Can't we change the setting, like we have put it on the edit mode? Now, if the job is done, if we think that the job is done and the people will continue working on that, if there is no time limit, so can we edit, can we close the edit and we can go back to the viewpoint?
We can. But then you have to tell that person, like, or you can indicate that person that it's done. So we don't have to make any more changes. And regarding the settings, if you be more specific, what kind of settings are you looking for? Are you looking for the design settings? Because Sway is more about designing the things. So remix is the option which gives you more settings in terms of looks only, in terms of designs, backgrounds, and animation effect. We don't have any such setting that in Sway, I don't have any such setting that, okay, I have edited 5 minutes, now nobody else can edit. We don't have any such setting here. It's a collaboration means. Now I'll be showing you one example how I collaborated with students. I made a template of it and I shared it. So I'm just sharing that Sway with you now. And probably the same Sway I have embedded in this. So as I play this Sway, I'll show you that. Yeah, this way. If you see, this way is a lesson plan, actually. It's a lesson plan on one of the projects. So here 5 teachers from different schools and different parts of India have worked. So I am the main person who started this way and shared the edit link with everyone. All right. So this is this way, sorry. So I'll open that Sway separately maybe for you. Yeah, I'll open that separately because it is embedded here, though you can play here. Can you see the embedded difference? This is the navigation for embedded Sway and this is the navigation for the Sway we are working on. So I'll click on this. So can you see? Yeah, so this is one of the group option, automatic group option. If you see, this is the grid group option. And somebody else worked on this slide, not me. I worked on the headings part. This is worked by somebody else. This is again a group option automatic. This I worked on. This I designed it separately using infographics and that then inserted a picture in the heading card. So you're getting that animation effect here.
So, ma'am, 2 questions. How did you do this? Secondly, when we do group collaboration, what about the person's name appearing on that? my name is Aparna, for example, you know, you Kusum ma'am is doing one, Aparna is doing one. How the name should appear there, right? Is there a possibility like that?
In Sway, we do not see the editor's name, but in OneNote, that is another tool which I'll be sharing with you. There we see. In Sway, because it's a presentation tool, it doesn't show you the what do you say, the name of the editor. But yes, I'll tell you how to put your name. I'll tell you how to put your name there. I'll just tell you.
That's when I want to learn how you've done that embedding just now. You did. It was very lovely, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll just tell you. Welcome. So I'll open that Sway itself. This is that Sway. All right. I hope it allows me to edit. No, wait. All right. All right, so I'm in the edit mode of this. How did I do that part? Here, I have designed the infographic of the Mosh and yeah, this one. Can you see I have taken here heading card and I have taken the remix template, which is moving effect. As I play, can you see the moving effect? You'll just see right now. So that comes with your remix. If I use this, you will see a little bit of moving effect. Yes, automatically. So that's one of the remix options. Now, as I come on to this also, yeah, again, this is a heading card. First one is also a heading card. This is also a heading card. And it is one of the remix design which have animation in the heading card. And this whole is a picture designed by me using one of the infographic. So as I told you, now as I come here, edit. I told you in the beginning, you have to put a heading here, take an image, upload an image and drag it on this box. So that picture becomes background of your heading. And because it's design, see here. Is that clear, ma'am? Is your query?
Ma'am.
Is your query sorted, ma'am?
Yeah, yes. I think we have to do it in practice and figure it out. Thank you very much. It's very interesting. Thank you.
Another thing that I would like to, one more example of Sway I would like to share with you, which I have used it as a template, is and for collaborative work. I'll just
so Nazir,
share
can you please just mute everybody? There's somebody's mic again on. Thank you.
Yes. Ma'am, I'm muting everyone. You can unmute yourself and continue. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead. Kusum, ma'am, can you unmute yourself and continue?
All right. Everybody can see this way, mission, credit or create. Can you share? Can you see my mission, credit or create?
Yes, ma'am.
We can see, but again, there's a lot of disturbance on the mic. I don't know if it's somebody's mic is on.
Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible and you're clear.
Okay. Now, if I see why I'm showing it to you, this is, I have used this as a template for collaborative work. All right. I have given here the to-do, peer group survey, forms, everything. All right. And can you see these are the forms? 4 different forms I have embedded here. and I have allotted the group. So each group has to work on the form, and now each group to collect data from their respective grades and check the existing level of plagiarized. So this is what is the topic. So Excel has been embedded here and they can work here. So मैंने यहाँ पे group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 indicate कर दिया. So everybody, group 1 will work on this sheet, group 2 will work on this sheet, group 3 and group 4. Similarly, some interesting part here. Now I have the art thing, or they have to make 4 different ways. So group 1 has to make this, group 2 has to make this. So these are the different topics for each one of them. It's a plagiarism topic. So I have given them different areas of plagiarism and they have to make sway on it. And obviously they have to just pick up the edit link or whatever they're going to make it. It will be available to me here on this platform. Another last part is so the creative part. Now this is poster design part. So I have embedded, I have inserted image here and in grid grouping. And I told them to design a poster. Group 1 will insert here, group 2 will insert here, group 3, group 4. So I have made the placements with some tricks and I have asked them to work in a group. So this is the template that I have used and I've already shared it with Kaushal. If you can share it with everyone, they will have better idea. So that's all about Sway. We know packaging in Sway, we know sharing in Sway. So this is an online tool, can be accessed on any platform. So right now I come out of here.
Excuse me, ma'am, I have a query.
Yes.
Like you have embedded a Sway, another Sway and also a form into it. As you said, you embed Word, Excel and PowerPoint also. To embed that, you need to have the embed code of the PowerPoint or Excel. How to get the code of these applications, ma'am?
I suggest you, have you worked on OneDrive or Google Drive? OneDrive, let's say OneDrive.
Yeah, I have worked.
So upload your file there. If I am able to show it to you, I'll just try. But for that, I have to open my Outlook account. No, I won't be able to show it to you here. So try this out. I'm just telling you this query. Upload your Excel or PowerPoint file in OneDrive and then right click on the file and share. When you do that, you'll get the embed code of that.
Okay, we'll try that, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So I'm closing right now and coming back to my presentation. So the next tab that I'm taking is OneNote. OneNote is also an app by Microsoft and it is available both in offline as well as in online mode. Are you able to see my presentation?
Yes.
All right. So now I'm switching over to OneNote. Let me introduce to you about it. All right. So OneNote is a digital note-making app. Again, it's a very, very useful app for collecting your resources. The best way to use OneNote is to put your teaching content into it and prepare a lesson plan and be ready for teaching in the classroom, or even you can share the contents with students just like I've shared the Sway. So it helps us to organize our content in the form of sections and pages. It allows us to annotate. Annotate means you can use a pen and write. And again, it allows us to share and collaborate. Either I can invite the people or I can share the link. So I just minimize this and come back to OneNote. Can you see OneNote screen? Resilience?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is the screen of OneNote. And here, if you see, I have organized using sections and pages. How do I open OneNote? Very simple. On your search Windows tab, you can just type OneNote. It comes as an offline app with Office 16 or Office 365. So can you see OneNote here? It comes by default with Office 16, Office 365, and even with Office 10 if you're using, and you can use it in both. If you don't have Office 10, let's say, or you have an older version of Office, then you can go to onenote.com. It is also available online, but the feature will not be so, extensively there in online mode. You will have basic features available in online mode.
What about Android users? I use Apple. What
It is
about
platform independent. It is platform independent. You can use, but you need to download, online OneNote, because if you're working on online, you have to just simply type in browser onenote.com. That's it. And sign in with your Outlook account. Because it's a Microsoft tool, so it always asks you to sign in with your Microsoft account. That's why. All right. But if you are working on desktop, on your laptop, you can just browse it. It is by default available there, and you can just open it. Now, how do we organize? Here we have
all these are freely available or at a cost, because the other
it
things
is
that we are going
freely
through.
available. It is, if you have Office in your system installed, Office 16, Office 16 and Office 365, it is freely available. OneNote.com works with browser. So internet. So you don't have to pay anything. So all of them are free. And I'll tell you how, where and how in Outlook at the end of the session, how to access these free tools from your Outlook account. I'll just tell you at the end. All right. So now let's come back to OneNote.
Yeah, Kusum ma'am, I'm sorry I'm interrupting. Yeah, dear teachers, we request you all to please ask all the queries at the end of the session. Let the session proceed, and at the end of the session, we request you to please take up your queries and questions. Thank you so much. Yeah, Kusum ma'am, you can proceed, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so here, as you open OneNote, so what you are supposed to do is File, New, and it's a notebook. So create your notebook, let's say Resilience, okay, and create. Now here itself, it is going to ask you to invite people, means collaborate. But you don't collaborate right now, not now you say, because right now you have to work on it. So not now, all right? So I'm into the notebook, and now I have to organize in different sections, all right? Let's say I'm preparing a lesson plan. So my first section is topic of the lesson plan, topic and introduction. My next is also at the same time, if you want a little bit look attractive, you can insert templates or you can insert colors into it, which I'll tell you when I insert the pages. So if you see here, I'm here and you come to insert page templates. All right, let me see simple lecture notes. So it inserts a new page here. This is a new page. So I can just copy this there. So right from the beginning, you work on templates straight away, because otherwise you have to rework. So this is a little, it looks little attractive here. So you have the placeholders also here. You want to work with them, fine. If you don't want to, you can just remove them and work in your own way. So this is one of these sections here. And here, if you see, I can add, it's like a book. If I have 10 chapters, I can have 10 sections here. And in 10 chapters, in one chapter, I have 5 pages. So I can insert, keep on adding pages here. So can you see pages are added? And all these pages are added to my section 1. All right. So this one. Yeah. So all these are added to my section 1, all these pages, and I can work on each one of them separately. So now I add one more section. My next topic is, so you can rename this so that it becomes easier for you to identify. Right click and rename topic. Now let's say some, rename it to some activities. Okay, introductory activity or induction activity, you can say induction activity. So you can plan an induction activity here and insert any content, right? So this is the way I can insert. I'll tell you the fully prepared lesson plan of my own. Let's learn the features here. So you know how to insert sections and how to insert pages. From here, plus this is section and this is inserting pages. Now, in a page, most of the features in home tab are like your word features only. All right. So I don't have to tell you much here. Now come to insert. Yes, here you can try out some of the interesting features. Like I want to insert the printout of a PDF file here, because my lesson plan was the old one and I want to insert that. So I go for file printout. And I look for any, let's say, Word file. Okay. So this is, let's assume this is our lesson plan. So I have inserted here, or some activity I have inserted. So my Word file comes each page printed on this thing. So it's a very, very useful tool for organizing the resources in the form of different sections and putting it and packaging at one place. You may share it with your teachers, collaborators, or students. Printing of files does take little time.
Ma'am, what is the difference between OneNote and Class Notebook?
I'll tell you. OneNote is like I'm telling you, more of sections and pages. Class Notebook is a feature in this. It's a here also. It's one of the tools or an added component here in OneNote, which is for maintaining the record of assignments for different classes and different students. So it's an add-on to OneNote. All right, so see, my file has been inserted because it was a heavy picture file, so it took little time. Right, so this whole file has been inserted as a printout. If suppose I don't want this to be there, I just want as an attachment, so I can just remove that and I can go for insert and file attachment. So only the icon of the file will come there. Let's say books, insert. So I say attach a file. Right now I'm not. So icon is coming. So when I double click on this, so it will, I click on OK. I'm not opening right now. I'll click on OK and it will open for me. Is that clear, the difference between file attachment and file printout? So these are the two options. I can embed or insert a spreadsheet here. Screen clipping. Now you're searching something on Google and you want some clipping to be shown to, or on Wikipedia, you want some clipping to be shown. So come to, I'll take another section here, screen clipping, and let's say, so I am right now taking Teams clipping and it comes automatically here on your section. So it's very interesting. So You can use it, any research work you're doing, and you can ask children to have this done. Then I have record audio. You can record your voice here, record video. You can record what your lecture here. Okay, so I'll just show you a little bit about record audio.
Ma'am, unmute yourself.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. All right. So can you see, did you see how did I record? Do I need to tell you again? Insert, record audio.
Can you tell us again, please?
Yeah, record audio, and it is already recording. It's a session on OneNote, all right, and then stop. So can you see the icon of the audio recording has come here? If you double click on this, it plays. Yeah, record audio, and it is already recording. It's a session on OneNote, all right, and then stop. So this is way, not that we're going to use it like this. Probably you can use it to explain a particular topic or a particular, or record a lecture maybe, and just, or instructions you can record and put it there. If you, and these are especially useful at this time when we are not meeting our children. Okay, so we can record it, and we can, like I'm working on a project. So I have recorded the instructions there in the audio file, and I have shared it with students, so they need not to ask me again and again. So this is one of the use of this one. So insert record audio is done. Also we have here maths editor, equation editor, so you can use it like in MS Word we have. So we can use that also here. And also we can annotate here by using pen. So I can use pen. So this is important when you are reviewing the child's work. So I can underline, I can circle, I can, so it's important when children have shared their work with you, and you are checking it or writing some reviews or underlining it or highlighting it maybe with the highlighter. So at that point of time, draw feature is useful. Okay, so now somebody asked class notebook. If you come here, this completely requires a separate session here, but here it works something like sections and pages only. But here I can create the sections and pages of different students. I can allot them the right to edit. Okay, they can submit their work, so I can keep a track of that. So all these things can be done with the class notebook. It's something like if you have worked on Google Classroom or Edmodo, more like Edmodo. So something same, not almost similar, but something same. The purpose is same. Okay. So now when you have worked on this, now you want another important feature I wanted to tell you is about review, translate. Yes. Translate. Now you have a text here. Let's say, okay, I've not selected a text. So let me come to induction activity. So let's say I begin with introduction. Okay. So now I select this and I translate. Translate selected text. Yes. So introduction, translation here. Can you see on my right side? So already it's saying English to Hindi. So I can change to any language. Select Hindi. It's already saying Parichay, and I say insert. So it is inserted. Similarly, I can change Parichay from Hindi to, let's say, German, Japanese, and insert. So it's like this. So very useful if you're working, Hindi teachers especially, if they want any content to be given in Hindi, so it's very useful for them. The last thing in this is how to share this file. Now file, you prepared a OneNote, now you want to share it, share. Now here I can write email ID and to invite anybody to work on this or collaborate on this. Now there was a query for Sway that is the name appearing. Name doesn't, here it appears. In Sway it doesn't appear. In Sway you have to write along with the picture the text as your name. But here if somebody has edited, then I can see the name. So I'll share the edit link with you. Get a sharing link. So I go for edit link, create link, and I share it on my this thing. So I'll share it on the chat window. Somebody can edit it if they have Outlook account. So I've shared the edit link. If you want to edit something, and I can see it simultaneously here. I have pasted on the chat window. You can try. Could you get the edit link? Could you get the edit link? Am I audible here?
Yes,
Yes,
and the
Okay,
link is also there.
Okay, link is also there. Then can you just try? Somebody who tried on Sway can try here also. I see somebody's editing here. Hello, Sunita, this side. See, somebody's editing it. Can you see this change? But in Sway, it is not though possible. Here it is possible. Simple, excellent. Hello. So I am seeing few people are editing the OneNote. So this is how it is very, very useful. And initials will come. Suppose you're not able to see this window and you have opened the OneNote later. Then you can see the initial. Suppose my name is Katie. So, or somebody is saying, say Sudhir Garg. So SG will appear there. KT will appear for me, let's say. So these initials will come there, and with whatever remarks they would have given, it will be visible to the collaborators. So any query about this, you can put me across. I'm stopping to share, or I'll share in a minute, stop to share in a minute. If you have any query regarding this, you can.
Yeah. Ma'am, Aparna here. What I want to check is, see this, let's say Hindi, English to Hindi you've translated, nahi? Parichay. But we know to read Hindi, hence we're saying. But when change to Japanese, how do you pronounce that? Is there an option here?
There is an option of narration, but I have to check whether it is there. There is definitely an option, ma'am, if you can check in the latest versions. Narrator. Narrator option is there. Very much there. It is also there in Word also. And it works well. Narrator option is there.
Yeah, narrator option. I've been using the recent link. Narrator option is there for OneNote.
Yes, it is very much there. It's not there in this version. If you try out in the latest app, it is there, and it comes as an added tool also. If you want, I can show it to you in MS Word. So whatever will be the selected text, it will read out for you.
Right, and the other one is what the difference between language options and translate? Okay, how you can type in that particular language, I guess.
Yes.
In the same thing, ma'am. You went to just my language, we could see.
Yeah.
Ma'am, good afternoon. I just wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Yeah, that you have shown us that how to do the correction with the pen. But if I want to add some comments, it's difficult to do it with my mouse or my touch screen. So can I type it out in a text box? And if I can do that, like, is it
We
insert
can.
text box?
We can. See, somebody's already done it. Hello, Astha. Somebody's already typed it. Okay, so see, the collaboration is happening. GU. So somebody is with these are the initials coming, which is indicating that somebody with these names have edited the OneNote. Now, wherever I start typing here, you can place the cursor and start typing. That's a good thing about. Not even to place text box anywhere. So wherever you place a cursor and start typing.
Thank you so much.
It's very easy. Yeah. So should I stop this? You can put me on.
What would you say would be the would be the difference between? I mean, why would someone use a Word vis-a-vis OneNote, ma'am?
Hello.
Word doesn't have the options of sections and pages. I'll show you now. Yeah, that reminds me that I should show you what I have done it. Let's say grade 9 resilience. Can you see this? So I have resilience integrated project. I have given the context why I have taken this, and I would request teachers to, when you'll be submitting your assignment, to work on the same topic and prepare a lesson plan. And I would learn from you as well with your ideas. So can you see, understand, can you see pictures being, and this is not possible. I have different section. Now under this restore resilience, I have learning outcomes stated in another page. This is not possible in MS Word. It helps me to organize in a better way in the form of a notebook and in the form of sections and pages. While in Word, we just have pages in the document. Obviously, we can also organize the way it provides us the features. Introspect. So I have asked underline. So my children can work on the similar OneNote notebook, or they can create another one. So public response. My resilience power, so picture. So this is how it is organized, and different colors are there. I'm making it look a bit attractive. Links are possible. So it's more like a notebook, and Word seems more like a document. So this is the difference between OneNote.
Got it, ma'am. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. I have one query.
Yes, please.
Hello. Ma'am.
Yes,
can
please.
we use another language for typing?
Like Hindi?
Like Hindi, Marathi.
We can. Translation will allow all the conversions. यहाँ पे जो भी options available होंगे.
No. For typing, she's asking, what is the language option right at the top, ma'am, next to translate? Next to translate, there's something called language. देखिए ऊपर.
Regional language. This one. Okay. This is
because she's asking, can she type in that language? She's asking.
I have only tried out with English and Hindi here. I have not tried out with any of the regional, but let me see. I have to check this out and get back to you, most probably. Regional languages I need to check out.
Okay.
Because
thank you, ma'am.
Font to be available. Like for Hindi, we have different fonts available. For regional language, we need to have fonts available and to be compatible with this software. So I need to check on that.
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. I want to ask one thing, that I have done few of these Microsoft courses, but due to some reason, as I left the country and I moved to another country now, so all my courses, whatever I have done, is cancelled now, and I'm not able to access my account again. So is there any way that I can connect back to Microsoft Educator and I can continue with my courses and other things in that?
All right. Have you signed in with the Microsoft Educator community, which is latest? I mean, now it is known as Microsoft Education Center. Are you registered with that?
No.
How
then
did
how
you
did
get
you
to
do
that,
those courses? Because the courses are available on that community only.
See, initially when I was in India, in my school, that was a Microsoft Education school, and we used to follow all the applications over there. So it was registered through school. Now
Okay.
it's almost an year that I left the country and I moved to another one. So I want to ask, how can I register, and can you guide me in that way so that I can
Yes.
register again and I can continue with that?
I'll do that. So if you have a browser opened, dear, just open education.microsoft.com. If you have your
Okay.
browser open, please type on the
Education.
browser .microsoft.com, and you have to again sign in with your Outlook account or Microsoft account. So for any of the Microsoft apps that you're supposed to use, you're supposed
Okay.
to create your Outlook account. Are you able
Oh,
to see my presentation?
yes, yes, I can.
Can you see the integrated slide?
Yes.
So next thing, in a very small way, dear teachers, I just want to share with you that we must begin with integrated learning. As I showed you how I have done, I see that integrated lesson on resilience. So I'm not a what do you say, SST teacher, or I'm not an English teacher, or I'm not a psycho teacher. I'm an ICT teacher. But still I took this topic, I integrated learning, I see resilience. So what I told them here is I gave them the topic. Now they are learning as a part of IT curriculum is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or let's say emailing in IT 402 I'm talking about. So what I did them, I asked them to design the posters in Word. I asked them to do the analysis for the number of states and number of people affected and what is the reason behind it. Then for resilience, what is the power? Asked them to prepare a table feature using table feature in MS Word. How resilience, make a table. How did you make changes to yourself? So what I'm trying to say through this is that we must go ahead with integrating the current scenarios of the society in our curriculum to have a real-time learning. So this is what is integrated learning all about. It helps them to think critically, it helps them to problem solving and applying their knowledge maybe to the current scenario. So I would like to share one of the, this I'll come back a little later. Let me share one of my, wait. All right.
No.
Can you see integrated lesson, ICT lesson on the screen?
No, ma'am, it's not there.
No.
It's not there? It's not there? Okay.
No, ma'am.
Wait. Can you see now?
No.
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet. All right. It's not allowing me to share the window, is it? Wait. Can you see now?
No, ma'am.
No.
Integrated
Yes,
ICT.
yes. We can see
Now we can.
Yeah, this is one of the examples I'm trying to say is because we are living in such, unforeseen time, what is going to happen, we don't know. So we have to make them aware of certain things or bring them into practice. So I was teaching them HTML. So I took this topic and I told them to design a Wix website on different ways of making masks, so that they're learning to make a website as well as they're learning to make or learning new recipes to make masks. And I told them to record a video and put them in their website. All right. So this is the way I have designed a lesson plan. A small example was this. Similarly, I have done it for other things like global goals. That was also my one of the lesson plans. So my children have done research work on global goals and how they are affected and how they're affecting other countries. So they picked up one goal and searched. They worked on Bhilwara strategy of coming out of COVID-19. So this is something like integrated lesson plan, which I just shared it with you. So why I'm sharing this with you, hope it helps. And I want you to do few assignments, something on similar grounds. So wait. So now these are your assignments. I would like you to do it. And I would love if you were going to share it on teacher platform. And I get to know, and I also learn from all of you. So prepare an informative sway on 17 sustainable goals and share with us. Assignment 2 is prepare an integrated lesson plan in OneNote on building resilience among your students. I would love to have this. I would love to have this. If you can design worksheets also, that will also will do for me. Be it in English
Ma'am, all
subject or
17
maths or
sustainable
science.
global goals? All 17 or we can pick one?
It's up to you, ma'am. It's up to you. We can pick up one and describe that. We can pick up all 17 and just show the pictures and a little text element with that. That's it. That will work. So basically creating awareness, and I have been integrating these global goals in my worksheet. For example, just now I was teaching words, so I told them to design a poster on your global goal. Then I was working on blog, so I taught them blog, how to make blogs. So they made blog on sustainable. And they also wrote how solidarity and hope will work now for coming out of COVID-19. So they're learning, they're learning blogs, creating blogs, as well as they're working on current issues. So this is what is an example.
May I suggest something? It's absolutely
Yes.
wonderful, but since I think we are about 200 participants here, what if all of us work on the same, let somebody start it, and since it's collaborative, let us start here and collaborate. You give us a deadline like by Tuesday or Wednesday or by whichever date, and then you can see all of it together, and it will be wonderful to see at one place.
Wonderful idea. I
Aparna here, ma'am.
request,
Yeah, thank you.
Aparna, and as well as Varun's team to have a consent on this. It'll be wonderful. And we'll share the whole project on this Preacher platform.
Yes, ma'am.
Kaushal, Varun,
we can discuss this after the session ends. Anyways, we'll be mailing the participants the assignments together as well, so they can check the mail to get the final version. But yes, we can discuss that and arrive at a consensus and then take it forward.
Yes. So what I'll do is, Aparna, I'll initiate.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I'll initiate it through Varun and team. I will share it with all of you. So probably you can upload on teacher platform. The link will be shared on teacher platform for both the things, for global goals, collaborative sway on global goals, as well as on this OneNote as well on resilience. Will that work fine, Aparna?
Yes, ma'am. I think absolutely fine. That's great. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a question. Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask you, on OneNote, you were talking about color coding for those chapters or those lessons. So that is automatic, or we have to insert those colors?
We have to apply templates. It's an insert option. Templates.
Okay.
Insert tab. Under insert tab.
Okay. Fine.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other query?
So ma'am, another question, that if I'm creating, say, a lesson plan for my students on OneNote, so do my students also need to have a Microsoft account or an account in Hotmail to access the OneNote?
They do. That is what is Microsoft. They build their customer community then. So they want both the sides to have Outlook account to work on.
Or even the Hotmail account would do, right?
Even the Hotmail will work. Hotmail will.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Me.
So these are some of the tips and tricks, how we work on project-based learning, react, relating, experiencing, applying, cooperating, transferring. And these are some of the project-based online learning, hook driving questions, introduce the project. So this will help you. This will help you in building your lesson plan. Build content knowledge. Always when you are building or preparing any project or assignment, always have rubrics for it. How will you evaluate? All right. Then evaluation, peer evaluation means group evaluation. They can evaluate among themselves. And then summative assessment and sharing. Sharing is very, very important. So these are some of the models you can work in project-based learning or integrated learning or collaborative learning. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much, everyone, for wonderful listeners and having very, very relevant doubts, and it is really encouraging for me as well to share things with you all, and you've come up with great interest. Thank you so much. Over to you, Kaushal.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, I'm here.
Chetna this side, a wonderful session from your side. But ma'am, I want to ask one thing. Actually, we are using Microsoft and OneNote also for our students. But one problem I used to face, that is when I ask my students to upload their work. They used to upload their work and they used to say, ma'am, it is visible to us that they have uploaded from their side. But I am not able to get that work. I'm not able to see their work. What is that?
Okay.
Why is that?
Yeah, there is an option. If I tell you, आप जब फाइल में जाते हैं, फाइल शेयर करते हैं, so they must have shared the link with you, or they shared with you by inviting you. How did they do it?
No, ma'am. They have their own account. They used to upload as a printout in their notebook.
But you were not able to see the printout.
Sometimes I used to, yes, sometimes I used to say, but sometimes they complain that, ma'am, we have uploaded, but you have not checked. Actually, I am not able to see their work. That is why I have not checked.
This was a problem. Okay, Chetna, this was a problem when OneNote came 5 years ago. But now it is not there. Now also you feel?
Yeah. During this lockdown period only we were doing, na?
Okay, so another solution for it is syncing. अगर उन्होंने offline mode में बनाया है, they have made it in the offline mode and they have shared it with you and their net was not working.
Okay.
You getting my point?
Yes,
so when their net was not working, so the whatever contents they had uploaded were not synced with you.
Okay.
So in that case, they have to come to file, and in the file there is an option of syncing. When you share, there's an option of manual syncing also. So just ask them to sync their notebook through file tab and share option.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Most welcome. That's all from my side, Varun and Kaushal. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Kaushal, can we go ahead with the Q&A? And dear teachers, I have a small announcement as well.
If
we have
Kaushal,
shared the
If you can just share the Padlet link and let me have a little bit of reflection from.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just share it here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would like to see the reflection in the Padlet and then, of course, your form.
That means first we have to send the Padlet.
I have shared a Padlet, and please, you can reflect on whatever you liked about this session or whatever you would like to ask even further. So I would like to. Can you share your screen of Padlet? Kaushal, is it possible from your side? Or I can share my screen.
While they're doing this, Aparna here again, I want to check when is do you have a second session of this? I have not been informed, that's why I'm asking.
Yes, it is a 2-day program. There will be a session that will be continuing tomorrow. Kusum ma'am, I'm unable to locate the link. Would it be possible to share the Padlet link once again on the chat box if you have the link? All right, teachers, also please fill the feedback form. The link is being shared as of now. Once when you fill the feedback form, you'll be getting all the details with regards to today's session, today's assignment, today's presentation, and the recording of the link, and details regarding the assignment. So I request you to fill the feedback form to get all the details.
Varun, what is the agenda for tomorrow?
We'll
Which
be,
tools are
we'll be learning 2 more. Ma'am will be covering 2 more digital tools for collaborative learning.
which tools? Sway and OneNote we usually do in our regular notes.
जो काम फायदा नहीं
Mr. Sahar Banu, there won't be any certificate for attendance. It is you will be getting the certificate only when you complete the assignment. So the details regarding the assignment and all all the details with regards to the presentation will be shared in the feedback form if you fill the feedback form. And the link is shared.
I'm waiting to see ma'am's Padlet. Thank you.
Yes.
Varun sir, I would like to ask one thing. Like, if I want to create my assignment separately, can I go with that instead of doing the
So
collaborative?
we'd be sending out instructions in the mail with regards to the assignment, and yes, that is where you'll be getting all the details.
Okay.